The following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
The show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-minute warning.
What's going on to the world of the internet? Once again, it's your boy Ruben up in 5-minute warning. We're coming bringing you the hottest. Okay, maybe not the hottest, but like, hey man, where else can you get on a Sunday night with black dudes talking to you that real? You know? You
I don't know.
never
There's quite a
see-
few places, man.
I mean, yeah, but the barbershops are closed.
Truth. Touche.
I mean, usually
Touche.
it's 9 o'clock. So, I mean, I understand it's about to be family reunion time, but yo, man, 9 o'clock, I'm on the way home. And I done
Not
told you my
wrong.
stuff earlier. So, I mean, like, 9 o'clock on a Sunday, this is for us, baby. And, that's what we do. But of course, I'm never by myself. I always got my man AG chilling.
What's
in the
happening,
corner
y'all?
with
How
me.
you doing?
He won't even let me finish his intro before he jumps.
Oh,
in.
you said you did. Actually, you didn't say my mellow, so I figured that was my chance to jump in.
I mean, usually when I stop is your chance to jump in.
Okay, let's do that over again. Go ahead.
I don't remember what I said, so I can't. It's a one shot over here, buddy. Because it's
That's
always
what she
Brittany's
said.
time. I mean,
It's an ode to my wife.
you're not wrong there, sir.
Hey,
Uh,
man.
I mean, from what I understand, I mean, it ain't me, but from what I understand, it only takes one shot
That's
to
true.
get the job done. Now, hey, shout out to those because it is Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
know.
Happy Mother's Day to all the moms, all the play moms, and all the aunties, all of them.
Yep. And for the women who took that one shot, shout out to you. 'Cause
Well,
you
my
took
mom
that-
took one shot. Your mom took 2 shots, 3 shots.
my mom took 3.
Yes.
So
So it all depends on how many shots you took. What's up,
very
Black
true.
Morticia Adams? How you doing?
Hey, Black Morticia, how you doing? So I mean, yeah, man, hey, all I'm saying is happy Mother's Day. Thank you for taking those shots. Thank you, Mom, for taking that shot. I appreciate you. Cause if you ain't take that shot, there ain't no show. So I talked to my mom today too. She was happy. It was good. So
I'm still surprised you didn't go up there. I thought you would go up there for
well,
real.
she was at the country and stuff in church and
Oh, okay.
all that. And like I'm trying. I gotta work, so I gotta work. But the feet are almost there. Almost
I
there.
keep forgetting about your feet. How is that going?
It's almost there. It's almost there. I got like literally, man. It's day by day. It's like they want to close up, but then the next day is like, "What's up, bitch?" And I'm like,
Is that what they say to you?
pretty much.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't realize the body could create so much pus.
You didn't?
I mean,
Well,
my
I'm
body-
glad you don't. That means you don't stay infected often. But I mean, yeah,
Oh,
the body
yeah.
can create a lot of
I mean,
things.
it's not
from the
infected. It's just like, healing it's slow for a diabetic, especially on your feet.
It's a process. Yes.
But it's not like it's like it went from like as big as it was
hmm
to like a tenth of it. So it's like little spots, a couple little spots. It's just like, fuck you, I'm hanging out, and I'm just like, die, motherfucker. So, it's one of those things.
Is that what you're saying to your
That's
feet?
pretty. I lie to you not every day, But I learned my lesson. It's been going on roughly, I would say, almost a month and a week. So Yeah. Take care of your feet. And as Transformer Jazz says, get your ass checked, turkey. So make sure you get that done too. So yeah, man. Shout out to all that. But yo, man, what's been going on with you? How was your week?
You know, my week was pretty good. I have a wonderful wife. So all of my weeks are pretty good since I've been married. Actually, since we've been dating.
Oh wow.
However, Saturday, my lovely wife unintentionally ruined my Saturday. Ruined. Burned it to the ground.
Damn. What were you planning on doing on Saturday?
Well, we were doing our date night, which when you're old, date night is date day, and that we're going to the BJ's. So we going to the BJ's.
The who?
BJ's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we were going grocery shopping.
I thought you said we're going to do the BJ's. Now it's just like,
no.
That's a little more information I need to know.
I mean, I wouldn't even tell you that, but I mean, it's not a bad idea. I'll ask him when I get off the podcast.
I mean, shout out. Get her done. Get her done.
Hey, shout out to Boo Love, buddy. But anyway,
she's gonna hear this shit, and
hey man, what's she gonna do?
She's gonna make you take it out.
Hey, I hope she makes me take it out. That's the whole point.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
You let me in on that one. You open the door. You open the door.
Hey, just take a shot.
Anyway, so we're at BJ's and we're going there. And she lets me know that apparently the young people, Gen Z, they have decided that thumbs up this. Let me see. There's a camera that right there. Thumbs up is offensive. And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's offensive. They have decided that thumbs up is aggression. And I'm like, wait a minute. Thumbs up means okay. No, apparently thumbs up doesn't mean okay. It's a sign of aggression. Like people will tell you not to text me a thumbs up if, because it's offensive. And I can't understand it to save my life.
So if thumbs up is offensive, what's this?
They're the same now, apparently, to Gen Zers.
Yeah, they're stupid.
The middle finger and the thumbs up are the same. So I'm sitting there going, and I'm like, what? And I'm telling you, this is what's going on. And I'm like, and I don't say this often. And Moby will be here, and I want to wait for him to say it, but I can't wait because I'm talking about this now. But like I told her, at some point, this becomes nonsense, and I go, F them kids.
Exactly.
F them kids.
FDK, baby. FDK.
I don't even understand how in the world do you take something that has been the call sign for good things for the last 100 years, and all of a sudden, because you feel like it, it's offensive?
Hold on, man. You're talking about the same people who change words and make words called Trina.
Yes, those people.
Like, let's be real. Speaking of which, Mo B is in the house.
Mo B, what's happening?
What's going on?
Guy's got perfect timing. I mean, but yeah, man, that's the type of people you're talking about.
I don't even understand that, man. I don't even understand it. I was having a fine Saturday with my lovely wife, going grocery shopping and picking up Mother's Day presents and all the things that you do. And all of a sudden she dropped a bomb in my life that says thumbs up is equivalent to the middle finger. Mo, have you heard this?
No.
Oh my God. It's a thing, man. I'm like, how in the world does this even happen? And I'm like, okay. So really, my week was good until I heard that. Because people out here changing stuff, man. And I'm like, I mean, I don't mind feeling old because I'm old. Like, when people start taking the common sense out of something, I'm like, what in the world? How in the world did texting you a thumbs up or hang loose become aggression.
I mean, like I said, man, these are the same motherfuckers that made China.
Point taken. Point
I-
taken. I'm through with it, man. I'm like, this is dumb. I mean,
it's FDK, baby. That's all I got.
exactly.
It's
F them
FDK.
kids. F them kids.
F them kids. You know.
Oh, Brent Malone. I want to get back to the comment. He said he lost a foot to diabetes.
Yeah.
Wow.
He only got 1 foot.
Wow. Man, you gotta take care of yourself, Ruben. This is serious, bro.
Dude, I'm good.
Okay,
But-
you're good, but your feet are still healing 6 weeks later. You gotta take care of yourself so you don't get to this point to start with.
5.
5 weeks? Okay,
It's healing.
either
It's
way.
healing every day. So it's like
I know, man, but man,
I
come
got
on.
this.
Okay.
But I will say, like, yeah, man, fuck them kids. Cause like
Stupid.
you want to change the whole goddamn English language right now,
Bro.
bitch.
I
Oh,
just
bitch.
was tripping. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is the stupidest thing ever.
What do you-
Oh,
what do you
by the
think?
way, Black Morticia Adams, my wife, my Korean wife, she laughed at the fact that she is now Korean. I just want to let you know that. Freaking hilarious. I will never let you live that down.
Jesus.
Oh man.
So still, Moby, what's your thoughts on that craziness?
What people changing what things mean? We've been doing it forever. I mean, when I was younger, it was we were saying bad, but not bad meaning bad, but bad meaning
That means
good.
Chicka, 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 chicka.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking about.
There it
Run
is.
DMC.
and I mean, and then shit
Only
was
old heads know about that.
I'm just saying, shit was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, the youth is always going to change the interpretation of things. And I mean, I don't have to agree with it, but I mean, look, I ain't got to roll with it either. Like,
But did you hear thumbs up means bad now?
yo, the emoji language is weird. I heard once upon a time that if you sent like two smiley faces, that was like the symbol of like you trying to fuck. Like I heard a whole bunch of emoji languages, man, that I like, I just gotta acknowledge that as I get older, I get more detached from the youth language. And so it just is what it is, man. Like I ain't out here getting upset and been out of shape like it seems like you are. I'm just like, hey,
Man.
I'm all right with it. Like the English language changes all the time. Like we try to act like it doesn't, but I mean, if we went back and tried to talk to somebody speaking 1850s English, we wouldn't know what the fuck they were talking about. So I mean, language is fluid, man.
Yeah, he's not wrong about that part. But like
No.
I said, that did rub me the wrong way.
But now maybe that explains why I see all the kids doing this now in the pictures.
Well,
Fuck all
maybe.
y'all. Is
Maybe.
that what that means now? Fuck all y'all.
Hey man, hey,
It really does. It
seriously,
does,
I just had my flag football game yesterday. We were taking pictures for all the kids.
man.
I was just like, what type of corny ass shit is this?
Well, it's not corny. It's code.
God,
But you know what? I kind of respect the code now because now they're just like, hey, we know y'all wouldn't accept us just having our middle fingers up in the picture. So
did they get a cheesy ass smile too? Cause you can't go thumbs up, double thumbs up without the
I mean, some of them were.
explosion.
I
Holy
love the
shit.
background, sir. I love the
didn't realize
background.
that it did that.
That's right, Moco Cowboy. Kids went full Fonzie in the pictures. Absolutely.
Hey, dumbasses. So, all right.
Man, I'm just saying, why they gotta be dumbasses because your ass old? You know what I'm saying you just mad because your ass is old.
I mean, that's true. I'm old as shit. Yeah.
I'm just saying, but why you mad at the kids? Because you old. You know what I'm saying? Like hey man, I say it all the time when they call me old, man. Hopefully one day you get there too.
I mean, that's real. That's real. I mean, I feel like we've been through this a couple times. Cause remember, like 20 years ago, well, maybe it's 30 years ago now, they tried to bring out Ebonics. And got
Oh, I remember that whole thing.
Oh, Jesus.
The thing that I hated about the idea of Ebonics is it was unnecessary to call it anything. Once again, I just said language is fluid, man. I mean, dialects and dialects within fluidity in language happens all the time. So putting a label on it was basically just saying we're just trying to label black. and that's
Yeah, I was gonna say.
stupid. It's stupid to try to label black. Like just
Yeah. So, in honor of that, I will end this segment by saying, booty butt, booty butt, booty butt cheeks.
Okay. What?
Boondocks
on.
reference.
Boondock,
Boondocks
baby.
reference.
Okay, what episode was this?
It was Thugnificence.
Magnificent.
Oh, okay. Nah, never
Booty
mind.
butt, booty butt, booty butt cheeks.
Bask in it.
Oh my
Bask in
goodness.
it.
Oh my goodness. That was a hilarious episode, man. Not
Oh,
as
man.
hilarious as taking a hold of Red Lobster, though. Not that hilarious.
That was funny. Oh, granddad taking his hold of Red Lobster.
Oh man.
Don't feed her.
She'll
The,
never
the,
leave.
the,
Oh,
the
man.
desperation in that voice. Don't feed her.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Hilarious.
that show was so before its time and right on time at the
Oh
same
my
time.
goodness.
And it's just like the best episodes is when they shat full-heartedly on BET. I mean, he
You
put
mean the
his
one that they
ass
couldn't
down
air?
and just-
You mean the one that they couldn't air?
Yeah, it was funny. I did see it. It's fucking hilarious. I mean, they shat and kept chatting. And then, of course, you know, the famous R. Kelly episode, which
move out the way.
I see P, I move. You know, and the thing about that is like
Personal accountability, man.
personal responsibility. I mean, it's just like, you know what? That's right. Why did she just stay there and just get peed on?
I know. I mean, it's very simplistic, but at the same
I'm
time,
about to say it's very much so minimizing the situation.
it really is.
God damn it, man. You still had a choice.
But I mean, was she wrong though? Oh man, she was right on the stand when she said that. I was weak. That
I
was
mean-
hilarious.
Yo, like,
Shout out to Regina King. Holy cow.
yeah. I mean, shout out to
The
whole
voiceover queen.
cast.
The voiced over queen, man.
Yeah. It always is. I mean, wow.
yeah, man, that show. Yo, if y'all ain't never seen Boondocks, it's on Max, baby. That shit is worth
Hilarious.
every second of your day.
I don't know. The last season when he really wasn't a part of it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
eh.
I blotted that out my mind.
I mean, it was still funny. It was
It wasn't
funny
that
without a
funny.
purpose. No, it was funny without a purpose because all the Magruder stuff had messages in it.
Yeah.
And
but
then
it's
the
like-
last one was just like, we just gonna be funny without a purpose.
Yeah. I mean, it was just like the last season of Dave Chappelle when he went on it, and they just show old clips that didn't make it, and they remixed them and stuff like that. So it's like, eh. But I mean, yeah. But let's get into this episode. We've never done this on this episode before. I mean,
You're right. We haven't done it on this episode before.
this guy.
That was good. He got you with that. That's the second time you opened the door. That's the second time you opened the door, and this is one episode. He got you on that one, buddy.
Named after one. Name one of her sons after a character from Boondock. Which one? Please be Riley.
Is it Riley?
Because of his granddad, we got some issues.
Hey, granddad was cool. Except when he
Yeah,
took that
but-
hold of Red Lobster.
You- Don't see her. Riley.
Man, come on, man. Riley, okay.
Yeah.
Can't get them hoes them biscuits, man. Come on,
Ah.
man.
It's a pimp named Slickback.
Slickback.
You got to say the whole thing.
Oh shit.
Hilarious.
One day we'll have a Boondocks episode, but it won't be today. But yeah, man. So everybody knows about it. Even WWE Shawn Michaels has commented on it. The rap beef between
I mean,
Drake.
because Sweet Chin music got mentioned in one of the lyrics. So I mean,
Yep.
Shawn Michaels had to
Yeah,
he had to respond.
Drake and Kendrick Lamar. So, took it upon ourselves to listen to the whole beef. And Drake dropped another one like yesterday. So I got to listen to that too.
I haven't heard that.
You're not missing much. AG, did you get a chance to listen to any of it?
I had no, because I've been hearing about this for I feel like a month. And I really don't know what started it. And it doesn't even really matter to me because as far as who won the beef or not, because in my mind, and again, I could be wrong because I haven't heard it. But in my mind, I can't see Drake doing anything with Kendrick Lamar. Not one thing. So I'm like, unless they go into blows, I just don't see it. That dude, when that dude starts spitting, meaning Kendrick Lamar, even when he ain't got no beef with nobody, it's like, woo, really? So the idea that Drake is going back and forth with this guy and on a rap platform, yeah, whatever. I already know who won this. So really, for me, I want to know from y'all, what started all this?
Some whack ass track that I did listen to. And
What whack ass track are you referring to?
so hold on, man. Like, it was whack until Kendrick Lamar got on it.
Oh, that was hilarious. Wait a minute. This is funny. Put that on the board.
That is fun. That is
Brent
fun.
Malone, do you know the most expensive thing Kendrick owns? Drake.
And he ain't wrong.
I told you. I don't need to know what the beef is. I already know who won.
All I'm saying is, fuck them for making me listen to that Future Metro Boomin Kendrick track, because Future is still terrible. I mean, Metro
Bro,
Boomin, whatever.
you heard Future on that track?
I mean,
No, I'm be serious, man. Like, I can't think of anything other than the hook that Future does on that track.
he was on it.
Matter of fact, on the radio, what's hilarious is like there's a whole nother Future verse that always gets cut off. Like he starts it and then the radio station just like cuts it mid-line.
I thought the beat was when I wouldn't. I think I didn't like the song.
Because the beat's been used a lot.
Yeah.
First of all, I disagree. I think every time that beat gets used, it's still good. But I think the track is hot. And I mean, Kendrick, that's not the song that started the beef. I mean,
well, that's the first one that was.
That's
on the list.
That's the song that started the most recent like evolution of it. But
I thought that they kind of made up. I thought, didn't that happen last week?
I don't know. I don't know
They
about
make
make it up.
They just
Okay.
talking about each other.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, after some of the things that have been said, there should be no making up. I ain't saying they got to still be beefing, but like, there's nothing to make up. It's
there's some eternal hate shit going on.
no, it's not even.
Is
eternal
it
hate.
like Nas Jay-Z level stuff?
Oh, it's bigger than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bigger than that. I feel like the Nas Jay-Z is a very good comparison, and a lot of people may not like me saying it's a good comparison, but the ways that the artists approach the beef is eerily similar to me. Like, there had been a whole bunch of quote unquote sneak dissing, as they call it, for years.
Yeah.
I mean, Drake is known for, as they say, making the sneak disses where he says something that could be implied a diss towards you, or anybody who knows the inside reference will know it's a diss, but he doesn't necessarily say it. So in the song that Ruben refers to as starting it, Drake and J. Cole are in a song came out months ago called First Person Shooter. Pretty good track. And J. Cole makes a reference that him, Drake, and Kendrick are the big three. Like,
okay.
So in the Future Metro Boomin song, Kendrick Lamar makes this line that says, "Nigga, fuck your big three. It's just Big Me."
Well then. Okay.
He pretty much said he better than both those motherfuckers, and he ain't necessarily lying. But
well, in many ways, I feel like he looks at like that line was seen as like a challenge, not necessarily like a hate thing, like challenge. And I don't think it was received from Drake as a challenge. I think J. Cole did, but J. Cole is probably the smartest person in this beef. He made a track responding to it, and then like a day later on tour, he was just like, "Hey man,
my bad, dog.
I feel like this shit." No, he didn't say my bad. He was like, "Man, I made a track that I feel like it's kind of whack because like I don't want to be attacking Kendrick." And he was like, "Yo, I know we got a lot of Kendrick fans in here. I'm a big Kendrick fan. So basically, he was like gracefully bowing out, like, man, I'm not trying to do this back and forth with you. And he got clowned for it, like straight up clowned. Like, oh, that shit weak. And then I feel like now weeks later, we looking at J. Cole like this nigga might have been the smartest dude in the room because he said, I don't, hey, bro, hey, bro, like y'all about to, like, I thought we was just rapping. Like y'all niggas talking about personal shit. I thought we was just rapping.
Yeah, and that's when it got crazy, right?
Yeah, because Drake made a song with the drop and give him 50, which I mean, hey, I think it was kind of whack. I think it was weak. But I'm like, hey, it's whatever.
Was it weak or was it just like unnecessary?
No.
Drake.
I think it was weak because it was still responding to it, but it wasn't like hard. It wasn't like really I'm trying to get at you. It's almost like lackadaisical. I got one joke I'm gonna make on you, and I'm gonna carry that throughout the whole song.
So I've listened to most of these. Is that the track that he started singing in at the end?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that shit was whack. Like when I heard that, I switched to the next song.
Because that's the one where he keeps making a reference that for top you drop and give him 50.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah,
singing. And
yeah, it was like you kind of missed the assignment, but whatever.
Well, my other question I had as you were talking, I wanted to remember this. I want to get this out before I forget it. But I feel like the way you describe how Drake kind of sort of started all this by those like glancing blows, is he kind of a punk for doing that? Because it feels like to me he got a little bitch in him. For me, because if I want to attack you, or if I have a problem with you and I feel like I want, instead of calling you on the phone and I want to take care of this through, spoken word, why wouldn't I just say Moby, whatever, or Ruben, whatever, as opposed to saying something like cloak and dagger? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, let me get,
before you answer the question, is it a fair question to start with?
Yeah, very fair question. But
Okay.
I think the interpretation, and it's interesting that three old guys are talking about this because we are from a generation of directness.
Yes.
Like where we respect directness. Like our old beefs in music were all direct. It was no ambiguity there. It was just like,
And
hey,
you already knew.
yeah,
what was
you knew who I'm talking. You know who I'm talking about.
There was 100 miles of running. There was no Vaseline. There is the bitching you. Like they pretty much said,
Mama said knock you out.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about you. But the thing is, you also got to realize that Drake grew up in basically, even though he's damn near my age, which is fun thing that most people don't realize. Like Drake like 37. Like it ain't like he in his 20s or something. But for the most part, his career has been fostered by social media. And in social media, it's all about ambiguity. Like people do those ambiguous quotes or ambiguous statements, and you don't know who they're directing it to. So I feel like in many ways, yes, it's a fair question, but I think a lot of it's more of a product of how he's kind of grown up in the industry.
Like
where it's like you just make a random statement and nobody in your social media knows who you're referring to, and then that's when people make the statement like, well, if the shoe fits, but it's not direct.
Yeah. Just like when women be making those posts about I'ma do me. Blah,
Exactly.
blah, blah,
that's what I'm saying.
That shit. And it's like, who the fuck you talking about?
You know what, AG? This is gonna sound bad, but I don't care. It's not that it's a lot of bitch. It's very feminine. It's what Drake has been doing is a very feminine approach to somebody you don't like.
You know what? And that's fair. But see, the thing is, you have taken a feminine approach to a live grown ass man.
Exactly.
And that's the wrong move. So that's why I was kind of like, does he have some cowardice that we don't know about? Because if you want to talk about somebody, talk about somebody.
So
I don't see why you have to. You're Drake. But if this is what we're doing, do it.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I really do feel like Kendrick was like, I think it really bothers Kendrick's spirit that people compare him to those guys. Because I really think he really believes that I'm so much better than y'all too.
Well, he's not wrong.
I would argue about the J. Cole thing, but I think it's about approach. But I mean, I just think actually rapping, J. Cole is fucking phenomenal. But yeah, I think the whole Drake thing really offends him.
Well, I think you should be offended because they're not in the same conversation. They're just not.
Black boy.
And I have enough of a sample size to say that they're not the same people.
You're right, but the thing is, I also the reason the beef has been interesting to me is because it's two very philosophical differences in how they approached it. So Drake dropped that drop and Give Me 50 thing, and there's really no response immediately. And then maybe like a week and a half drops, and Kendrick drops Euphoria, which is basically just a very fucking direct, I don't like you, Drake. The opening line of the song is Richard Pryor in reverse from The Wiz when he's saying, I'm a phony, I'm a fraud.
Well then.
And then he's just casually talking at first, and then he says, if you don't tell no lies about me, I won't tell truths about you.
Wow.
And then he goes into like direct, like telling you, basically telling Drake why he does it. Like, I mean, basically when he says, I hate the way you I hate the way you walk, I hate the way you talk, I hate the women you fuck, because you convinced them that they're real women.
Yeah, I was like,
wow. Okay.
Like I tapped out.
Oh, he brought Rihanna in this then.
And then he said, I hate the way you say nigga. It makes me cringe. Because he's basically saying that Drake is a white guy who code switches for people. Wow. And then at the end of the song, he's basically just chanting, we don't want to hear you say nigga no more.
How do you even respond to that, man?
So Drake actually did respond to it.
Yeah,
no, it was not horrible. Don't do that. I'm gonna tell you, don't do that, because that Drake dropped Family Matters, and Family Matters is a really, really well executed diss track. It's like 3 different parts. The beat changes 3 times. They got a music video with the minivan from, well, supposed to be a minivan similar to a minivan that's on the cover of one of Kendrick Lamar's album, and basically it's getting towed and then crushed at the end of the video. And Drake drops some very clever short jokes within there. I mean, there's a lot of really, like, just really good old school hip hop. I am dissing you on the track, and it was very, very good.
Did you realize it was Drake?
But what? Because I know you, but
no. Here's the but. Then, like, almost an immediate response. Didn't even feel like 10 minutes later, Kendrick dropped a response.
Feel like 10 minutes later.
No, I'm not even exaggerating on that.
Are you for real?
He dropped the track like almost 10 minutes later. And the problem is Drake did the hip hop you can't come back from thing, when you start mentioning family members and you start like naming stuff, because like Drake made references to like one of his kids might not be his, like one of Kendrick's kids might not be his, might be his manager's. He started talking about his, like he dropped the names.
Oh, that's crossing the line, man.
So that song's called Family.
But wait a minute, didn't Kendrick kind of open the door when he said, I don't even like the women you boning?
Yes, but once again, AG, he didn't say names.
Well, we all know the biggest one he hit was Rihanna.
See, but he said women plural. He didn't single one out.
Yeah, that's true.
You're right though. But yeah, it's a thin line, but it's still a line.
Yeah, true. But he also kind of called him a pedophile.
Well, no, yes, but he hadn't really got to that yet. No, I'm just saying you're kind of saying it out of order. He hadn't really called him one as of yet.
Oh, that's right. He did that joint.
He hadn't said
on the killer.
Yeah, he
not
hadn't,
like us.
He hadn't implied that. I feel like that's why Euphoria was like a warning shot when he said, "Don't tell lies about me, and I won't tell no truths about you." Which is just really one of the hardest lines ever.
That's like, that hurt my feelings. I don't even know these people. Yeah. Holy cow!
And then he dropped "Not Like Us."
No. You're still saying it out of order, because after Family Matters, Kendrick dropped probably. I'm not saying it's the best diss song.
Oh, Meet the Grams.
Yeah, right. It's the darkest diss song I've ever heard.
What's it called again? Meet the what?
Meet the Grams, which is Drake's last
real name.
That's his real last name. Okay.
And the opening line is Adonis, who is Drake's son. I'm sorry that man's your dad.
Whoa.
But Drake did it first.
I mean, yeah, he opened the door for it, but aren't these get to the point where these are fighting words?
Oh, very much so. But see,
Yeah.
and that's why I said the beef to me is interesting on the approaches, but the meat to me that shit is hard, man. It's cringe almost, because he's basically saying Adonis, and he makes a whole verse like it's geared towards Adonis. Like, I'm sorry that man's your dad, but it's not his fault because his dad was a bitch too. Like, and then he makes reference to Drake's mom, was like, mom and dad, like, you raised a horrible human being. Like, and then he makes a verse that says baby girl, like implying that Drake has a daughter, a illegitimate daughter we don't know about. And it's just really dark, man. Like,
but we all know Kendrick is good at dark.
Yeah,
that's his specialty.
It's really cringe though, man. Like, but here's the thing: the different approaches is Drake, and I think I got to rewind on my Drake approach. Like, and I know KBI saying it was what I'm saying, KBI, Family Matters was after you heard all the Kendrick stuff. But if the last thing you would have heard would have been Family Matters, you'd have been like, man, that Drake response was pretty wicked. It was, I'm not saying it was a kill shot done, but it was like, hey, it was respectable. But then when you just pile on that Kendrick just dropped Meet the Grams, and then 10 hours later dropped the summer hit of the fucking
Not Like Us.
Yeah, Not Like Us, what might be the summer jam of the year, with Mustard on the beat. Like, this is like that's what makes it look really bad.
Literally, you hear the beat and then you hear Mustard on the beat. I was like, oh god damn it.
Yeah, you knew it. Actually, it accomplished something that Kendrick's never done. Kendrick has never had an official like club banger song.
Yeah.
That's not what Kendrick does.
Right.
So it was almost like Kendrick out Drake.
So I'm not even the same person as you, but I can be a better you than you are.
Yeah.
That's pretty much. Here's what he it's a hot ass beat. It's clearly a club song. It's all verses are all disses. It's not like he just threw a diss in there. Everything is a diss to Drake. Then at the end of it, he does a call and repeat saying OV ho, and then he does like a fake little dance move, like step this way. Like, he basically did all the things that Drake does.
Jesus.
It's all,
wow.
It's the definitive nail in the coffin. And okay, I keep saying I want to get back to the approaches. So the approaches of the beef are different because Drake is a social media guru. He's he's basically a troll. Like, if you look at a lot of the stuff he does, it's a lot of troll behavior. And I think he's been allowed to do that because this is really Drake's like third public rap beef. It's just, Meek Mill, which was an easy target. So he clearly won that Meek Mill one. But once again, that's like 50 Cent, picking on Ja Rule. It's like, bro, it's such an easy target right now. Like,
yeah.
You're supposed to win that one. And then he had the beef with Pusha T, which for all people who really appreciate, like, that's how we know Drake has a son, because of Pusha T. Like, literally, because Pusha T murdered him in this beef. But Pusha T's not a super big name, so Drake didn't lose any of his fan base. Maybe some people like who are really, really about like lyrics and rap were like, nah, Pusha T destroyed you. So I feel like Drake has this false sense of confidence. So he approached this the same way he's approached everything else. I'm gonna be clever. I'm gonna troll a little bit, and that's gonna be enough. I'm gonna make this song that allows me to be a troll, and because I'm making this song for everybody. That's his approach. He didn't realize he was approaching somebody that fundamentally doesn't like him. So Kendrick's first couple songs had nothing to do with popularity. He basically said, I don't give a fuck if anybody else hears this song. I just want you to hear it. Like, this is for an audience of one, not for the masses. This is for an audience of one.
So this is a dude got nothing to lose.
Yeah, and then and Kendrick said in one of his lines, "You're the only one that cares about being famous."
That is harsh, but it's true.
Man, he's made so many like really harsh lines. He was like, "I don't even think you like women." Like you make a song with Sexy Red, and I believe you see two bad bitches.
God damn it.
But yeah, I just feel like Drake didn't have good people in his corner letting him know that
This ain't the move, bro.
not even that this ain't the move. This ain't the approach you can take, man. You can't take this troll approach with somebody who's laid out that he doesn't like you. Like,
You.
like it's not like he ain't clout chasing. He ain't trying to like, get everybody on his back. He's basically just like, nah, nigga, I don't like you. I don't like what you stand for. I don't like what you fundamentally represent.
You.
And then he's actually done something that was, you know what? Kendrick Lamar clearly has read the fucking Art of War. Because if you think about what he did, he attacked him in places where Drake cannot respond, called him a pedophile. I mean, even if you're not a pedophile, when somebody publicly calls you a pedophile, how the fuck did you defend that?
He says something in a new track about that. But his new track is whack. So
Well, the thing is, his new track, it doesn't even matter what Drake does as far as like responding. Drake can make the hardest song ever. The problem is what's happened already is Drake's worst nightmare.
he lost.
Because no, not even lost, man. Fuck the lost thing. Drake for years, and it's what a lot of people like Rick Ross and everybody have been attacking. That's why they call him white boy and stuff. Drake for years has had one thing. He wants to be respected by the hip hop people. He wants the respect. Like
He doesn't have that?
No.
I didn't realize. I don't know. I mean, he
Not
sells
by
some new
real
records.
hip-hop
I didn't
heads.
know.
Not
No.
by real hip hop heads, no.
No, he doesn't. Like they don't say he's a bad rapper, but he's just never gonna get that. He's never gonna get that rapper, that purest rapper push because they look at him as a pop artist. Like, dog, you sing.
Yeah, true.
Not
True.
you sing, and then we hear you in interviews code switching where you basically sound like the whitest dude on earth, and then the first thing you say on your track is nigga this and nigga that. It's weird.
Wheelchair Jimmy, baby. Wheelchair Jimmy.
Understood.
So-
I know I didn't like him personally, but I didn't think that I was onto anything. I
But-
just heard it and I was like, this is the worst thing ever. Who is this? Drake?
So-
That's
so-
Drake?
So in the Like Us song, the most strategic thing he did was attack what Drake has been doing the last couple years, which a lot of people hadn't even noticed it. I mean, I heard somebody say it before and I never thought about it. They were like, Drake is Mariah Carey. And I was like, whoa, wait, why you say that? And he was like, hey, you remember when Mariah Carey, towards the tail end of her career, basically every album, she would just drop a song that had the most popular rappers on the song with her.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah,
that's how
Jermaine Dupri.
that's pretty much how she kept her black appeal still.
Okay. I didn't know
So-
she needed to keep a black belt. I thought she had that already. No?
She didn't need to get any more, but it did help keep it. You don't want to lose it. But Drake's last couple albums, he made an album with Future. He made an album with did he make one with Lil Baby? No, he made one with 21 Savage. So Drake
On God.
Drake made a reference about Kendrick, saying that Kendrick raps like he's trying to free the slaves, which I think is a horrible diss. Like, how can you why is that a bad thing? why is that a bad thing?
I thought it would be accurate.
It is.
It's deep. He that deep.
Yeah,
dude.
but I'm like, that's not really a diss. But then in the Like Us, he basically he schools people to game about the Atlanta slave trade, how Atlanta was one of the biggest slave trade posts. And he says that's the same thing Drake does. He says you go to Atlanta. He said you went to Future when you weren't playing in the club. You went to Lil Baby to get your lingo up. Basically he was just telling all the Atlanta artists that Drake works with, and then the last line was the kill shot. He was like, "You're not a colleague, you're a colonizer."
Glad I got my blood pressure under control. That hurt my heart.
So here's the thing.
Ouch.
who's Drake gonna work with? Because now if you're if you're an Atlanta artist and stuff, like it feels real icky to want to work with him
Right.
now.
That's what I'm gonna say.
So, like I said, the art of war.
Scott Storch.
You're separating him from his sources now. So, like it's
Well, he's not only doing that, but he's contaminating the waters.
exactly.
I mean, where do you go to drink? That's your feeding hole in your drinking well, and it's just like it's all why it's he's turned into a cesspool. Because I know if I was an Atlanta producer, I'm not working with that guy because now I'm attached to that bitch. You know what I mean?
He called him.
Am I wrong about saying that?
Yeah,
he called him a colonizer.
You're not a colleague. You're a fucking colonizer,
bro. How do you even come back from that?
You can't.
And he like
he tried, but he
bright, super light.
And here's the thing: you drop those deep ass harsh lyrics on the club banger song of the summer, man. It's been the number one streaming song since last weekend. The day it dropped, Saturday midday, it was already being played in clubs Saturday night. That next Monday, Dodger Stadium was playing the song during batting practice. Like,
because Kendrick is an LA guy, right?
He is.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
So is Mustard on the beat, which is why Mustard dropped as soon as the song came. He was like, "Hey man, I'm always gonna ride for my West Coast people, and my clip's fully loaded." He basically said, "There's more."
Wow.
I'm just
okay.
saying.
Well, I mean, look, man. Like I said before, I don't know anything about Drake other than the fact that when I heard the song without knowing who it was, I thought it was the worst thing ever, and I had to hear it 20 times because we were on a road trip. And
please put that Black Morticia Adams quote up there, because I think a lot of people don't even understand the reference.
Drake been punching up the air ever since.
Boys in the Hood, yep. Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oh my goodness!
Shout out to Black Morticia Adams.
Always.
I completely forgot about that.
Man.
That I needed that.
But I mean, like I said, man, it's just like I've heard Kendrick. I streamed him one time on the way home, and I'm like remembering that experience and remembering my Drake experience, and it's just like y'all are not the same people, not even close. What if you want? Because I felt like if you're poking the bear, you better come guns blazing, because if you wake that up, you're in trouble. I mean, that's good. I mean, that's gonna be the Revenant for real.
You know,
so I'm like, why would he even do that? Just why?
And here's the thing, right? Drake had the nerve to talk shit to Kendrick Lamar about being on a Taylor Swift album. Bitch, if she'd have called your ass, you'd have been right there before she could finish her damn sentence.
I don't know, man.
Because Taylor Swift went after him.
Here's the thing: he managed to still jump on the track without sounding like he was code switching. He was still Kendrick. He was still Kendrick Lamar on the track. He wasn't.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest problem.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's fundamentally what he's been saying this whole time is like, hey, Drake, you've got money, you've got fame, you got all of these things. The problem is you're still you, and you're lame. Like, I mean, Kendrick made a reference. He said the money, the power, respect. The last one's the most important because there's a lot of goofies getting checks.
A lot of goofies.
Sexy Red.
Bro, you can't come back from this. You just can't. I don't know if it will, like his record sales will go away or whatever. But what I'm saying is, if you're looking, I didn't know this. If you're still looking for approval and respect from the hip hop community, then
this didn't help you with that.
Well, it's not ever going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When you get called a colonizer, man,
that's harsh.
That's just like that. You're basically being called a traitor to black people,
right? And there are other white dudes in the game, and you're the colonizer. That's harsh, man. Eminem has never had these issues.
And he was on a track with Eminem.
Man, look. Only thing I'm saying is messing around with people you have no business messing around with.
Yeah.
And don't come at them directly. And then you're doing it for no apparent reason. He wasn't bothering you. But I'm like, bro, you have opened up a can of whoop ass on yourself.
It's like the 5 little girls try to beat up on the big girl. And
Yeah,
that
that's gonna
shit
be a
don't
problem.
happen.
That's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a freaking problem. That
But
was good, man. I mean, I really enjoyed talking about that. I looked at the question when you posted it, and I was like, I know nothing about this, but I am curious to know because I've been hearing about it for a month. And if I'm hearing about it, I know this has been going on a little longer. It has been. So I'm like, wow, man, this is like this whole thing is off the chain. It doesn't even feel like some of the disses that Jay-Z and Nas were going back and forth with, or some of the stuff that LL and Kool Moe Dee were going back and forth with, or whatever, Tupac and Biggie, all that stuff. Some of the stuff that Kendrick has said, that y'all have said, that Kendrick has said about Drake is like next level.
oh yeah,
Colonizer, bro.
Well, I mean, I feel like it's very similar to the Nas and Jay-Z thing because when Nas dropped Ether, once again, that song was for an audience of one. Because the opening thing is fuck Jay-Z.
It need any more direct than that. It doesn't.
And then he said, "You been on my jock, nigga. You love my style." So I mean, and then when Jay-Z dropped Super Ugly and started making all these references, he was making that for the masses. Like honestly, it was just like I'm trying to get my dignity back. So a lot of people at the tail end of that was like, "Oh man, Jay-Z won that," and I'm just like, "Nah, man," because Nas didn't care about getting in a battle. Nas was just like, "I'm gonna drop this one song that lets everybody know how I feel about you and your get down. That's it. I'm done." Like, you know what I'm saying? We not doing nothing else.
Yeah, he's right. Because it's like what he said like 10 minutes ago. He said, "No, nigga, I don't like you."
Yeah, I don't like
That's
you.
the difference. That's the difference. I don't like you. This has nothing to do with anyone. I just don't like you.
When Nas said, "Oh, I get it. You're big and he's puff." Rockefeller died of AIDS. That was the end of his chapter. And that's the guy you chose to name your company after. Yeah, that Nas Ether track, for my money, that's still the greatest diss track ever. When your opening line is "fuck Jay-Z,"
he felt that shit.
Well, he just wanted to make sure that you understood where he was coming.
Once again, a direct generation. We were in a direct generation. This ain't no sneak dissing. This ain't no implied. This is not. Like, I'm talking to you.
I'm talking to you.
And that's the thing, right? Like, I mean, there's a lot of diss tracks that are awesome. And this last one from Kendrick, I mean, it might be top 5. I mean, because
I think it's top 5, if only just for the effectiveness of it.
Yeah.
Because like, you threw all of this energy on a real, because everybody says Kendrick doesn't rap on like club like beats, and then it's such a West Coast beat too, and his delivery is so like, I know where you from because the way you rap, and it was so LA. It was everything's perfect, and Drake's gonna have to hear it all summer because that song is not going away.
And that's what the idea, like we were talking about a few minutes ago, the idea that he stole your soul doing something that you do,
bro.
That's like somebody coming into your house and just, never mind. It's just awful.
Like they just pissed all over your bathroom and said, "Hey, I pissed all over your bathroom and left.
I'm gonna live here. You pay the mortgage, but I'm gonna live here."
Yeah, like
he put him on the res, man. He just completely put that dude on the res.
I mean, you hear some diss tracks and they make you feel something, but then you hear a diss track, and all it reminds you of is like all the greatest diss tracks before it. It is just like, bro, like, no.
The first time you heard "Not Like Us," did you get what part made you the most hype when you hear him whisper, "I see dead people" as the opening line? I see dead people. Or when you first heard that "Mustard on the Beat,"
Mustard on the Beat, because I already know this is bad for somebody else. Because Mustard don't do a lot of diss tracks, man. But Mustard comes with the beat and is always hot. And I mean, bro, like, you can't, like, who? Honestly, man, you hear Mustard on the beat, you hear the beat. I could have rapped on that shit. Just anybody, it'd have been great. And Kendrick slayed that beat, and then called the motherfucker a colonizer at the end. Come on, man. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's. I mean, bro. Like, who calls somebody a colonizer?
No. Get that wrong. Who calls a black man a colonizer? That's the thing. That's the thing that bothered me. Not bothered me like it bothered me, but I mean, really slapped me in my face. You can talking to a black man, and I don't care if he has a white mom or not. He's a black man as far as I'm concerned. And you called a black man a colonizer, bro.
See, here's the important thing I think a lot of people are missing in that too, is because some people are saying, yo, he's attacking him because he's mixed and attacking his blackness because he's mixed. And I like to point out this very important fact. He ain't said nothing about J. Cole, and J. Cole's mixed too. So this has nothing to do with the fact that he has a white mother. This has a fact to do with the way he moves.
Yeah.
Kendrick don't respect the way Drake moves. He ain't really attacking the fact you got a white mom. He's saying I'm attacking the way you've lived because of that. Because he ain't never said nothing like that about J. Cole. And J. Cole got a white mom. He's public, but he doesn't say these things about J. Cole because J. Cole does not do the Drake things.
I mean, look, man, and the real winner of this, other than us, is fucking J. Cole. He got the fuck out before he got too deep. He did.
Well, J. Cole didn't have to be a part of this for a lot of reasons. I think J. Cole and Drake are two different people.
Man,
I don't think it's Kendrick, but he sure ain't Drake.
I think somebody from Kendrick's camp was like, J. Cole.
This ain't the move, bro.
Not even like as no fear. He was just like, hey man, we really ain't got the personal vendetta about you. Like, to you, it was just like a friendly challenge of rapper.
Yeah.
I don't like this other dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't like this other dude. You cool, but this nigga that you made that song with, not the move.
I mean, bro, the last time I heard the term colonizer was in Black Panther, the Wakanda, the last movie.
Yep. Talking about the white guy
Which
colonizer.
he called the dude a colonizer. Bruh.
I'd seen a colonizer in chains.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
But again, he's talking to a white man. That's the thing that blows my mind about the comment. That's the weight in it. I mean, calling a white person a colonizer doesn't carry that much weight. You call a black person a colonizer?
Hey, here's the thing. Drake is taking L's from everybody too, because like he dissed Metro Boomin. Why you diss the producer? And you're gonna say,
what did the producer do?
Because he made the beat that Future and Kendrick originally rapped on. So I guess he knows him and Future are cool. So he's like, Metro makes him beat some drums or something. So Metro being a producer is like, well, I can't rap you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get to SoundCloud. I'm gonna make a beat. I'm gonna get a funny hook, and I'm just gonna put it on SoundCloud for free and tell anybody who wants to rap over it, hey, you got a Drake diss, rap over this beat.
Yeah.
And there's a thing called BBL Drizzy out right now, man. If you YouTube BBL Drizzy, there are thousands of disses to Drake on a free Metro Boomin beat that he gave out to the world. He said, hey man, I got this hook in this beat. Y'all do the rest. Drake getting dissed in Japanese, and that's not even false. There's a Japanese rapper that's done. So this nigga's just taking all the L's.
What? It's a dude out there that's rapping in his native tongue. Again, glancing blows, not being direct, attacking people that have nothing to do with nothing. He deserves everything he's getting right now, man. That's all I'm saying. This is dumb.
Ruben, since it's free, you should YouTube the BBL Drizzy instrumental thing and put it up there because hey, he gave it to us for free. You can't get sued for that.
That's very true. I mean, because I pulled that shit up the other day and I laughed my ass off.
Yeah, I told Ruben, I said, man, just type in on YouTube BBL and it finishes it for you.
It does. Hold on.
I can't. Wow.
I mean, there has never been a worse season for light skin than right now, man.
Yeah, he's fucking it up for the rest of us.
I don't think so. I think
speak for yourself, bro.
Man, I don't think it's about y'all.
Yeah, I mean, look, me and Kendrick, that we good, but I don't know.
Motherfucker here.
I look as the resident dark skinned dude on the panel. I'm just letting you know, like we don't hate all y'all.
Resident dark skin dude.
All right, here it is. This is the actual track. This isn't somebody dissing on track.
Whatever. That's what it did. This is what he put on SoundCloud. He said, "Y'all do the rest. I gave you the starting point."
And he shifted it.
Cut time.
This shit's foul, bro.
Taking L's from every direction, man.
And literally, AG, it's literally the song. He got the chorus, you take the beat and you rap over it.
Poor Drake. He'll be okay. Bless his heart.
Well, I mean,
And this is
apparently,
when you rap over it.
yeah. Apparently, it's been very publicized that Drake has a surgically enhanced six-pack.
Huh?
Yeah, so he went to a surgeon. He has a six-pack, but it's surgically enhanced.
He just don't want to eat less and work out more.
I guess so.
Okay.
I guess DJ Khaled's gonna need to find a new regular headliner. Can't be happening. Drake low key stepping this way to BBL Drizzy in private.
Hey, that's got to be another thing. Like, what if you're in the middle of like a battle, and the dude that's like you got beef with drops something that like in your head you like, damn, this shit fire though. Like I want to listen to it too. like what if Drake like no, what if you one of Drake's boys and you hear Not Like Us, you're like, man, this shit slap, but I can't listen to it around Drake. Like this don't seem fair. Like why can't I listen to this song just because he happened to be talking about your plantation serving ass?
It's so jacked up.
You know what? If I was Drake, you know what I would do? I would take this Metro Boomin beat and I would rap on it. Why not? Shit, everybody else is.
It's too late. It's too late now, though, man. Like if you do that right away, if you take ownership of it right away, like that is a battle strategy. But like, it's too late. It's too late.
But he came back with a new track, which isn't that good.
Here's the thing: if you said it came out yesterday,
yeah, because
I've heard no mention of it, so that to me tells me almost everything I need to know.
I think people have just said, "Fuck it, we out," because it is called The Heart Part 6, which already tells me it's shit.
Hold on, that didn't come out yesterday.
I mean,
is all this on Spotify?
All this is on YouTube.
It's on Spotify too. I know Kendrick's
not the
on
BBL,
Spotify.
but the other tracks we were talking about before.
Yeah,
I don't know about the BBL.
No, he said not that, but everything else.
Yeah, man, it's worth listening to. I mean,
I gotta check this out, man.
Here's the problem, though, man. It's like he got so eviscerated in Kendrick's last one. Like, I don't think Drake has the ability to step to that level. I just don't think he does.
Well, that was my whole point because I already knew he did.
I think you just crawl away and go away for 6 months.
How about you don't jack with people that you know what I'm saying? How about that? What about that part? Well, you just rap your rap and keep it moving.
Yeah, I mean, make your own money. But the thing about it is, what they say in jail, you gotta take on the biggest dude there to get.
But he didn't have to do that. And actually, at the time, he was the biggest dude out there. It was all awful, but he was still seemed to be pretty popular.
Honestly, I just think that he has no friends. That's what I believe. I believe he just has no friends. Because Lord knows, if I was Drake and I was, man, I think I'm gonna fuck with Kendrick Lamar. If one of my friends doesn't say no, fuck you, stop, they ain't your friend, bro. Because I feel like anybody who knows hip hop knew how this shit was gonna go right when it happened.
You don't
Like,
need to have to
everybody.
know how it's gonna go. Everybody knew how it was gonna go.
And I'm gonna disagree with both of y'all. And the reason I'm gonna disagree is not because of like how I fundamentally view them as rappers. It's because of how I fundamentally view what people in hip hop think now, like what people in rap actually think now. Because I think these are all Drake's fans. This is Drake's fan base fault. Because what Drake didn't realize is he has the fan base of 20 something and under on lock. Like just on like the middle school test. Like my daughter Kira, she knows about this beef. And she's like, yeah, Kendrick killed him. And I'm like, cool. But she was like, I didn't know who Kendrick was before this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
Oh.
Kendrick Lamar don't make music for
For-
like
for his
she's
skill set.
heard tracks by him, but like as far as like really know like
Okay.
yeah. So you might have heard a Kendrick Lamar song, but like as far as like in their playlist, and plus Kendrick don't drop and flood the radio. So Kendrick will drop an album and then
Yeah.
you don't hear from him for a couple years.
Yeah, I
Where
mean, like,
Drake is constantly everywhere. So I think this was a test for hip hop, and I'm actually kind of happy that hip hop's passing the test because I thought we had got to a point where popularity and fame were more important than content. And because I think sales wise will say that. I mean, it's not me dissing anybody. I just think anybody who's reasonably like into lyrical and artistic things, like the quality of lyrics are down.
yeah,
But this was the test. And so I can see how somebody around Drake would be like, man, nigga, you drop this shit, all the kids gonna love it. They're gonna be on your side. All the ladies gonna be on your side. You good. I just think they miscalculated that Kendrick was not just really good. He also has a fan base that's more supportive than Drake's. Because Drake's fan base is like women that like to shake their ass in the club and feel good about themselves. That's his fan base. Kendrick has fans that just fundamentally love what he represents, how he raps, what he talks about, how he lives. So those people are more dedicated. So when he says, I don't like the way this guy moves, and he says, I speak for the culture, the people behind him go, yeah, I feel that exact same way.
I mean, honestly,
Well, Drake apparently is never gonna have that. So
Never.
and that's the thing, right? Like, I mean, we've talked about it before. I don't like Drake. I think Drake is shit. However, I remind that he every once in a while he comes out with a bomb ass 16.
Well, can I ask you honestly this question though? Is it that you think Drake sucks, or do you think you just don't like his music, but you acknowledge the fact that he's super fucking talented?
I acknowledge the fact that he's talented, but I feel like he's not using his talent for hip hop. Now, for pop music, he's doing the damn thing. Like, I don't like his pop music. And I like pop music, but I don't like his because I think it's educationally beneath me. Because he's not talking to me.
Well, here's the thing. Drake is LL without the background.
Yeah, he's just Cool James. And
the reason I say Drake without the background is like LL Cool J made a shift in his career where he basically was like, hey man, selling records to these women makes me more money. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna lick my lips and say shit that they want to hear. And that's gonna be my fan base. But the problem was he also had a background where he came from, but I can still go. You know what I'm saying? Like so in Cannabis, you had to this. LL was like, hold on, nigga, I can still go. The problem is Drake never had to have that I can still go in him.
but could he ever go?
Yes.
Yes, mixtape Drake. When I first heard Drake, it was before anything that came out. I just heard mixtape Drake.
Yeah.
Mixtape Drake could rap. And the thing was, it was him. It didn't seem like he was trying to sell me somebody else. It was just, hey, I'm this pretty suburban kid that got bars, and Lil Wayne said I can go. So everybody was like, hey, if Lil Wayne say it and then I can hear it, you're good.
Yeah. And like, on everybody else's shit, for the most part, he's good. Like, honestly, one of his best 16, in my opinion, ever was on French Montana's Pop That. That's literally the hardest I've ever heard him rap.
I mean, look, if Drake is on a track where he has to rap,
Yeah, he gonna do it.
he usually does.
Okay.
He's just not my favorite artist because like I won't ever intentionally listen to anything he just does.
Right.
I mean, when he starts singing and
I'm not even mad at when he started singing. I just wish he would separate it more. And then my thing is, if you're gonna make that turn where you basically just say, I'm not really trying to make rap anymore. I make a whole album that's pretty much house music, and then I'm singing on other tracks, then I'm basically just crying about lost loves. That's most of my material. And basically I'm just crying about being a lame. Like not even like no real like, and I'm not saying like because I don't want to come off like, hey, I don't think men should, expose themselves emotionally on the track. It's like, no, it's cool. We've got some of the most classic traps ever.
But there are ways to do that.
Yeah, some of the most classic tracks ever are people like being vulnerable on the track. But like you're talking about calling your ex 3 a.m. while her man ain't home. Like, nigga, that's whack. That's not. That's not
girl shit.
Yeah,
That song was so popular. I remember hearing it all the time.
You know why? Because all the women could relate.
That's some girl shit. That is some
Understood.
girl
No.
shit.
All the women in the new generation of man can relate. New generation.
Fuck these guys. Yeah.
But yeah, like there's a lot of emotional tracks that have gone down as like some of the best tracks ever. Like I'm not the hugest Jay-Z fan, but when he dropped that song Cry, I'm like, yo, this was art. I mean, this was just art. When Ghostface Killer made the song All I Got Is You, this was fucking art, man.
Yeah, but they didn't have a whole album full of that shit.
Even if they
That's
had
the
a whole,
problem.
even if they had a whole album full of that shit, they were talking about real life. Like, I'm
Even
not
Thugs
trying
Cry
to,
too.
yeah,
Even
like
Thugs
I'm
go through the shit.
not I'm trying to appease these bitches. Like, and I hate to say it like that, but like Drake gives off a lot of, you know what, Drake. Oh, I'm gonna
Bitch
say it.
tend to see.
I'm gonna say it. Drake is babyface, baby. That's what Drake is.
Oh,
Drake is hip hop's
I'll pay your rent.
Drake is, I pay your rent.
I
You know what I'm
cook your
saying?
dinner,
I
too.
cook your dinner. You know what I'm saying?
Soon as I get
As
home.
soon as
from
I
work.
come home from work, baby. Like soon as I come home from work, Drake dropped a whole bunch of babyface ass music, and then didn't expect that somebody in hip hop was gonna be like, nigga, that's for suckers. Like you can still you can still be good to your woman without like pandering this hard, guy. Like, yo, come on, bro.
We
How about
good
you
to
just
babyface.
how about you just
Oh,
treat
man.
your woman well, and so you don't have to pander like a bitch on the track. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And there's that word again. I'm just saying, man, it's just
Ain't
a lot
wrong,
of
though.
cowardice in this dude. I
wrong.
don't know. And the idea that I just don't know. Like in my world, if you know, why you jacking with people? You know you're gonna run up on the wrong one day, especially when you already know.
see, here's the thing, man. I told you, false sense of security, man. He's been through other beefs, and he's been able to meme his way out of it, or just out talent his way out of it. But like, eventually, you're gonna run into a dude that's just as talented as you, that he ain't here for the shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't about to drop no funny meme. Like Kendrick Lamar was like, no, I'm about to drop all this shit I don't like about you.
And that's the thing to me. I don't like you.
And I've never heard anyone dedicate themselves to, like, this nigga could damn near drop a fuck Drake album. He's got like 6 tracks already. Like we almost to the point where he's dropped an entire Drake diss EP.
And you're right.
It would sell.
Oh man.
I mean,
this
seriously,
crazy.
if he gets like 2 or 3 more Mustard on the Beat tracks, and like he's got a whole 7-track album that he can just sell.
And that's
Just
what you
boom.
should do. Fuck it. So, couple things on the wire. Brett says Lil Wayne should have called him. Yeah, tell him to get the fuck out of that.
Hey man, I kind of feel like Kendrick threw a shot at Lil Wayne too, though.
Get your mans.
When he was like, you know, your man went to jail, came back with a tattoo, and started apologizing and shit. I was like, ooh, is that reference to Wayne? And then I'm just like, I think Wayne know better though. Like Wayne, like
Wayne ain't fucking with
hey,
Kendrick Lamar.
Wayne, like, hey, bro, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna collect these residual checks from my tracks behind, and I'm just gonna,
Hey,
you know what I'm
AG.
saying?
AG. I was going to say, man, I ain't
There
know
I
we were
go.
paying Bass Pro Shop.
Advertising, baby. I
No.
said we got a new sponsor.
KB
And we do
Yako.
today.
KB Yako is very right. The Drake
There I
on
go
the
again.
ASAP Rocky joint was kind of ridiculous. And Kendrick was on the same track, but
Yeah.
they were in the same studio when they did that goddamn beat though. Guaranteed. I mean, it is. It was, and K-Dot killed it. Like because he always kills it. But like, yeah, like I'm with that. And then of course, Black Morticia Adams. You know, why would Christian Combs drop a diss about 50? Who the fuck is Christian Combs?
Puffy son.
I mean, that's it. There you go. Who cares? Ain't nobody.
I mean,
And
he
it was-
he had a song. I'm just saying he had a song. Listen, it's not. I mean, Nick had a song.
I mean, nobody cares about 50 anymore. So it's like, it's whatever. But yeah, man. Well, I think it's fair to say that Kendrick won this beef, regardless of what else happens.
Yeah, because that song you're referring to came out like last week.
Oh, okay.
That didn't just
Hey,
come out. So
They had it in whatever chronological order they thought they had it in. So, with that being said, what's on your mind, Moby?
I don't know anymore, man, because I was so engulfed in this. You know what's on my mind is this nigga fucked it up for us, man.
What? Which
This
one?
nigga fucked it up for us, man. And what I mean by this nigga, whoever shot that security guard outside of Drake's estate, fucked this beef up for everybody, man. And I got a sneaky suspicion because I'm be conspiracy theory nigga. Like I think Drake set this shit up because he need to get the heat off him, man.
You know they caught somebody else too.
All Drake plans. All Drake plans.
Ah,
Now we blame him for everything now, right?
No, here's the thing, man. You know, when you're always searching for motive, because like I can't believe, actually I can believe, but I don't want to believe that somebody supports Kendrick so much that you go outside his estate and do a drive-by on a security guard. That shit doesn't make sense to me. But what does make more sense to me is Drake is like, I have no response for this shit. So how can I get it to stop? Well, if somebody gets shot outside my estate, now this hip hop beef has turned to violence, and my cop out can be, hey man, I don't want to do anything else because this already got violent. I'm going to be the bigger person here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You know, like, we can't see through that. Come on, man.
hold on, but
I mean, I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying, can't we see through all that?
I mean, have you heard anybody else say that about the security guard getting shot a week ago at his estate?
No.
So I mean, hey, look, man, the world's not as smart as we like to give it credit for, man. Like,
all I'm saying is, I'm not driving from LA to freaking Toronto to shoot this motherfucker.
No, he's got a house in LA.
Yeah, but I think the place he got shot was in Toronto, right?
yeah, it was in Toronto.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah,
Well, it's a phone call, man. A phone call.
Man,
A phone call.
a phone
man,
call
I'm
to one
telling
of these
you,
boys.
man. I'm telling you, Drake was like, hey, told the security guard, I'm gonna take care of you, but you gotta take this one. You gotta take this one. You got to take this one for the team, son. Like, just
You know, as NWH says, fuck the security guards.
like, look, man, just look, man. It'll be a flesh wound. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I pay for your bills. You know what I'm
I pay
saying?
your rent.
Yeah, you know, he baby faced it. He said, you know, as soon as I get home from work, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Oh shit,
I mean, because honestly, man, I just
that's what's on. That's what's on
no,
your mind,
yeah,
motherfucker.
because like, look, I'm not here for like just Drake insults. Like, that's not really what I'm here for. I was just here for this Kendrick Lamar, like this, because like I've been one of the people that says like I think some of Kendrick's talent gets washed out in his desire to artistically express his blackness, and that's not an insult. It's just, nigga, you're good at rapping.
He is
Like
okay.
I don't need you sometimes to give me the deep philosophical message. Just give me some goddamn bars. You know what I'm saying?
but he's doing it all at the same time.
Yeah, but I feel what you're
Like, look,
saying.
yeah, and the thing is, I'm not trying to dictate what this artist does. I'm not. But I was really happy to see Kendrick be like, "Hey, I can go." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I made that whole self-reflective track, basically talking about my scars and my family and everything, which I thought creatively was dope. But sometimes I'm here for that rapidy rap shit, man. Like, give me some
It's like the hippity hop.
Somebody sounds like a colonizer right
I'm
now.
just saying, no. I said sometimes I'm here for lyrics and bars. And honestly, when people have asked me, because I've never put Drake in the conversation as the best in the game, but there was a while when people were like, Kendrick and J. Cole, and I've always said I kind of prefer J. Cole because he strips everything down and he puts his message in his lyrics. That's it. He ain't trying to do the weird sound effects in the back and the change in his voice and doing all that. J. Cole's just here like, hey man, I got these lyrics, I got this beat, let's go.
And I got Elizabeth City.
And I'm Fayetteville, man. It's
Whatever.
Fayetteville. Come on, man, don't disrespect him like that. The
They are
Ville.
very different places.
Very different places. But like, so sometimes, yes, I want more of that backseat freestyle because that's one of my favorite Kendrick Lamar tracks. Him, anytime Kendrick and J Rock just start rapping, I'm like, yes, more rapidy rap. Like, give me. I'm here for it. I'm here for all the rapidy rap.
I can't unhear that. Rapidy rap. That's like Youngblood.
Yeah, man.
Rapidy rap.
You really sound like a hoe right now. Moby.
No, I sound like somebody who likes the lyrical art of hip hop. I appreciate lyrics.
I
That's
don't
not,
think they say rapidy rap though.
Well, he does.
but I was saying rapidy rap as like just to say I'm here for the lyrics. I know some people are here just for the beat. I know a lot of
Some
women are
people
just here.
for the track.
I mean, no, women typically in hip hop are here for shaking their ass or permission
Watch
to shake
yourself.
their ass. Really, women really require permission to shake their ass. Like they either want a man tricking on them in the track because they love that shit too, or permission to shake their ass. And permission doesn't necessarily have to come like as actual permission. Sometimes they just like a dude to tell them on the track, it is time to throw that ass in a circle.
Shake
You know what I'm
that
saying?
The circle.
It's time to throw that ass in
Show
a
'em what you
circle.
working with.
Or sometimes they just need an organ to tell them it's time to shake their ass. Like and back that thing up, you hear doom, 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 and then all girls are like, okay, I guess it is time to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, no bullshit, man. When you hear shit like that, some women's eyes get real wide. Like,
Yo, I'm telling you,
oh,
I
I'm
got
gonna get this shit, man.
I got an event I gotta work, and Juvenile is the headliner,
Oh, my
and
God.
I can't wait to see this motherfucker Juvenile unite women of different tax brackets, backgrounds, age, like ethnicity. This motherfucker is a unifier because when that motherfucking beat drops, all these women forget their difference and they go in a unified front of shaking their ass. It's just
Yeah.
it's like no more beef exists. That bitch who's been trying to stab me in the back at the company. You know what? We can be cool for the next 3 minutes and 50. We can be cool right after Lil. We can go back to beefing right after Lil Wayne said, "After you back it up, then stop." Like
Drop,
then
drop it like
we
it's
can go
hot.
back to hating each other later. But for right now, we are a unified front of ass shaking heifers. That's what we are.
No, the heifers too.
Oh, ass
I
shaking
can't wait, man. Like that. I've never been so excited to go to work. I'm gonna be at work and I'm
He
be like,
said,
I'm
never been so
be
excited.
at work and I'm be like, if I see Juvenile backstage, I'm just like, bro, I just need like a head nod, a point whenever that track's about to come on, because I need to be mentally prepared for what's going on. I don't want to get caught like actually doing work when that shit comes on. Like I want to be in a place where I can appreciate the unifying effect. You know what I'm saying? I want to be in a kumbaya position. You know what I'm saying? So I can feel the love circulating all over that place.
Jesus. I'm gonna be there too.
I about to say, don't you act like your ass ain't gonna be there for it too.
Oh,
Hopefully,
both y'all gonna be there. Now, what town is this?
Richmond.
Oh my goodness.
And like I said, I can't wait. I mean, I've already had to issue an apology to the woman I live with. I'm just like, look, I just want you to know on the 22nd, I'm gonna be surrounded by a whole bunch of women shaking their ass, and I promise you, I'm there for you. Because I just gotta be at work. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be at work. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. That was hilarious. I'm there for you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you think I want to be out Saturday evening at work? No, I'm doing this for the fam.
You realize you're telling on yourself right now, right? She's listening to this right
Here's
now.
the thing. She knew I was full of shit when I said it. But I mean,
But
here's
you
the
had to
thing.
say it.
Here's the thing. I've been at one of her work functions, and she saw how excited I got at a Capital One function when they dropped that shit. I was like, look at all the women. Look, and she was like, why? I'm like, no, I'm not looking at them shake their ass. I'm just like, look at the rainbow of women that are out there. You got age 19 to 60, black, white, Puerto Rican, like everybody just out there unified, shaking whatever their mama gave them, whether it's a lot, a little, invisible, non-existent, like too much, not enough, don't matter. We all making it happen together.
Together.
Preach, my brother.
Together.
Teamwork made the dream work.
Like they be saying at church, it's tight, but it's right.
Oh no, actually, they don't say that, sir.
They
don't say-
actually do. I've heard it.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
I've
I've never heard. I've never heard anybody in a pool pit say that.
Yeah, I haven't either.
No, people in the crowd.
I've heard some creepy dude at a mall looking at a teenager say that.
Oh
Preacher would say
man.
something that he tight, but it's right, and I'm just like, bruh.
First of all, if I'm ever in a church and I hear somebody, yeah, it's tight, but it's right, I don't think that's the place for me. Like, I think I'm gonna have to find a different place to worship.
I'll be right behind you. By the
Yeah,
way.
I think I'm gonna have to find a different place to worship. And I'm be like, hey, bro, I need you to clean that up. Like, you need to tighten up, sir. Forget it being. You need to tighten up.
Older guys.
That makes it even worse.
Exactly.
To hear old dudes
I
say
agree.
it's tight, but it's right.
And it made me cringe every time I heard it.
It's
It was like,
tight,
oh,
but
God.
it's right.
Yeah, man. I'm just like, who allow you to say that?
Somebody. If you heard it, somebody let him say it.
Yo, Moco Cowboy. Moby wants to be in the path of
Vitality.
Yeah, look, man. I'm
What
telling
is
you, man.
vitality?
Yeah, but I promise you, and I'm not saying this just for the humor effect. I promise you, I feel like all the differences that women have with each other, no matter where it's at, could be solved just by playing that song. Like it's a temporary solution, yes. But like, yo, when you see women get heated, like I feel like it's a DJ's responsibility. If he sees some women on the sales floor and he hears somebody yell bitch and he just yelling like it's about to be a confrontation, he should stop whatever track he's playing and the intro to back that ass up should just start immediately playing.
Doom, doom, doom,
And just watch them women forget what the fuck they mad about.
Cash Money Millionaires.
Taking over for the 992,000.
2,000.
I want to ask you, bro, did you know 25 years ago when y'all laid this shit down that you were going to be changing lives?
You'll be like,
That-
hell yeah.
That you were going to be unifying women everywhere.
I mean,
Everywhere. Like women that don't even listen to him. Like you can play that shit in Nashville at a country club. And I swear to God, I know there's going to be some white chicks that's like, hey, as Ruben said, it's tight, but it's right.
Oh man.
I'm surprised there's not a line dance to that. And it may be.
I'm surprised
Give
there's
it
not.
time.
I'm surprised there's not. That nobody has ever made a country version of it.
Why mess with perfection?
Because they
I
always
mean, you
do.
have to-
They always do.
But nobody has.
Well, never know.
I bet give it time, baby. Like
25 years. I mean, shit.
I'm gonna go one of them AI generators, and I'm gonna create a country version of it, and I'm gonna release it just to see how it moves, Like
Jesus.
see Blake Shelton out there, like, hey man, I appreciate what you did here. You changed the clubs I go to. You know what I'm saying?
Back that thing up.
I was never in y'all's clubs, but like they played this in my club, and I was like, hey, shit, we here now.
I mean, shit. I mean, I'm pretty sure one white dude was like, "This is how I met my wife."
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that met their special somebody.
You said special somebody.
There's a lot of people that met. There's a lot of people that met their special somebody with Manny Fresh,
the
Juvenile,
greatest beat he's ever
Lil
done.
Wayne. I don't know. It's hard to argue with that because it's 25 years later, and it's still, when it comes on,
It still dumps.
And I'm so glad I haven't heard anybody like directly sample the whole thing. I've heard people sample bits and pieces of it, but if there's ever a time where I hear that intro come on and it's not that song,
I'm fighting.
I'm gonna be really upset. Like that might turn me off from hip hop forever.
Universal hands on your knees call. She's not wrong.
Hey, DJ should basically be like, hey, we got a knee check coming in 35 seconds. So if you need to grease them things up, oil them up, stretch them out, I'm just letting you know this organ about to hit. So I don't want to see no stiff knees. And if you drop it low, better be able to get your ass back up.
Help. Oh my God. All right. Thank you, sir. AG, what's on your mind, man?
How do you come behind that, man?
I mean, I don't know.
Anyway,
That's why
Pause.
not me.
Hey, I never thought I'd say pause on this show, but how do you pause, bro? How do you come behind that? No, pause, AG. We were
Okay.
just talking about backing that ass up, and then you gonna say how you come behind that pause, my brother.
Play on words.
Oh my goodness. What's on my mind is my wife and I watched a documentary about Black Twitter on Hulu. Very good. I suggest that you have any interest in it. You need to
Hey, we were
watch it.
talking
It's
about
really
that the
good.
other day.
Say what?
What?
Me and Moby was talking about that the other day. The Black
What?
Twitter thing.
Oh
The
yeah.
Hulu documentary on Black Twitter.
Is it good?
It is. I think it's 3 parts, and it's really good.
Can you explain to me in 30 seconds what Black Twitter is?
No, yeah, Black Twitter. And because see, I didn't know because I thought,
Hey,
I felt real white because I
AG,
thought it
this
was
is a serious ass question for me because I really don't know. So because I'm not in Twitter, period. So Black Twitter, you giving me a double entendre of shit I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what. This is
Hold on,
this is
hold on,
what I
hold on.
have found out.
This Negro just said entendre.
we were talking about lyrics and hip hop, so I mean,
Man, that's the rappity rappy song.
I mean, this guy telling us how intelligent he is. Go for it.
But what Black Twitter is a lot of the memes that have been out there, a lot of the hashtags like Black Girl Magic or For the Culture or Black Lives Matter, all of that stuff that Black people use amongst ourselves through the medium within the medium, which is the hashtag. So a lot of things that we care about that mainstream America does not care about, we see something and put that hashtag out there. Like I think the biggest example with me was the Oscars a few years back, and it was the hashtag was Oscars all white or something like that. Well, that's under the radar for mainstream America, but we pick up on it, and that is what Black Twitter is. And that's all it was. It's not anything you got to log into. It's not something that's it is a subculture, but it's not anything that you can physically go to other than Twitter. It is all about the language that we use together. Like when we're on this show, we use language that mainstream America either is uncomfortable using, can't use, or doesn't know. So this is a Black show. 3 Black men talking about issues that are, from a Black perspective, or talking about Black issues. This entire show was about hip hop, as far as I'm concerned. And so that's kind of what Black Twitter is. Because I'm like you, for a long time, I thought, because Lauren used to be on Twitter like all the time, and I was like, is there another login that I need?
Yo, here's the thing, bro. I'm so glad you said that because as somebody who is social media averse, like myself, when people say Black Twitter, I'd be like, who the fuck own Black Twitter? Like,
That's right.
like, and like, where you go to log into Black Twitter? And then I was like, when they started calling it X, I'm like, is there a Black X? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
They call it Nas.
Oh, man.
nah.
But yeah, but it's really, you should check. I mean, really, where you're coming from and where I'm coming from is coming from the same place. It does explain what it is, and it does acknowledge the fact that a lot of people don't really know, and this is what it is. And then it takes you through, you know, the growth of it and why it should exist, and it kind of saved Twitter's business for a minute.
And so here's the thing: why don't we take it? Like, why don't we really create a Black Twitter?
But I mean, somebody got some money. I mean, and put it out there. But again, we're not the best at doing that historically.
Yeah,
So-
you're right. It'd be a white dude that create Black Twitter.
Tom.
For
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, but I say it'd be a white dude that end up creating Black
Yeah.
Twitter.
Absolutely.
And
And
then
that's,
he
I mean, we
say
can
cringe
be
shit.
mad at the black saviors all we want to, but a lot of times we're not trying to save ourselves. We just like to complain sometimes. And that's just the truth of the matter. So it's just like, that's a great question. But until somebody chooses to do that, then black people will always be on the Underground Railroad on X,
Choo-choo.
formerly known as Twitter. So, but it's really interesting. I suggest anybody that is of any age, check it out. It's really good. I learned quite a bit. And the biggest thing I learned was there is no secret login. It is just black subculture within the white world, which we all live in anyway. If you're a black person, you live in your own subculture and you code switch to get through. And that's not saying that we're all Tommen, but you do certain things to survive the outside world. And we get with your own people, then all that changes. And you can converse about something in a code that virtually no one cares about and or does not understand. And so that's what Black Twitter is. Safe space for black people.
Well, good, because as long as Twitter's owned by the same
That
person
guy.
it's owned by, I'm gonna be like this to Twitter.
2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Nice.
I'm sorry, man. I think you mean this.
Kibiako 25. New name for Black Twitter is Malcolm.
Wow.
That's such a dad joke. That's such a dad.
I mean,
So the problem with that joke is it would have hit harder if it was named Tyrone.
Nah, you're
I
missing
think
it.
Badu kind of ruined that name, man. That's kind of, I don't want to use Tyrone for that.
So Black One Touch Adams says, talk about back that thing up. That song dropped my knees, easily come bionic. Wow.
That's cool. As soon as the song's over, you go back to the fusion and knees be hurting like a motherfucker. You be like, wow, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? Be just like me when I go play basketball the next day. Like, nigga, what was you thinking, dog? You know this ain't the move no more. That's for the young folk.
So what's on my mind? Something really simple, but yet crazy. Look, man, I get it. We all are just not capable of dealing with the shit in the world. We're just not. We're just not. And we need help from time to time. I get it. So some people, they go to shrinks. They have therapy. Some people, they talk to other people. Some people create a podcast. It is what it is. Some people get a dog. You know what? I'm cool with a dog. Hell, I'm cool with a cat. But look, man, and I'm not trying to be a dick. I swear to God, I'm not. I understand, man. You need a little extra smiling face in your day because you probably live by yourself and that sort of thing. So, if you get an emotional support dog, I get it. Dogs love you. and they lick on you and they try to make you feel better. If you get an emotional support cat, they rub against you. You got to make sure that you feed them or they're going to piss on everything. That's where it ends, bro. Like pigs and, yo, I read an article. Somebody has an emotional support alligator. The fuck? Bro, like, there's got to be a limit on this shit, man. Like, you got a gerbil. Okay. You got a snake. Okay. A pig. Sure. Especially one of those little pigs. Or you might just have a big pig because you own a farm. Bruh. That's just like having an emotional support lion. The motherfucker's gonna kill you. Like, emotional support alligator. And like, in Pennsylvania. Fucking Pennsylvania. And he lost it. Look, man. Do what you got to do to get through life. I understand that. But that's funny, Black with the Shadows. But come on, man. Like, we got to do better. We got to do better, man. Like, hey, man, don't get mad when your emotional support animal can't go into like places of, you know, a business. You know, you don't need the thing to live. It's there to make you feel good about whatever. But hey, man, get your help. I'm saying get your help. Just get a dog or a cat or a Tweety bird, something. A fucking alligator? No. A monkey so they can throw shit at you? Not a good move. Let's just be better at this shit. That's all I'm saying. Like, guy came to one of my stores, he had a dog. Walks in, can't have a dog in here. And got upset. What? Why didn't you leave the dog at home? Like, come on, man. That's a different story for another time. All I'm saying is, hey, I get it. People need help. People need support. Get your support. Just try not to get something that's going to kill you. That's the only thing I'm saying. You know, emotional support alligator. Yeah. Yeah, that's much. That's a little more not. I mean, yeah. I'm going to hug my alligator as it tries to take my head off. Like, what the fuck, man? Let's just do better, people. Let's just do better. And yeah, you know, of course, Black Mortician, I'm not trying to be a dick, but then I go hard. I mean,
That was hilarious. I was wondering if you saw that because you never
I
reacted.
saw that. That's why I had to put it in there.
Like
That's why I laughed. I was like,
That was hilarious. I read that. I was like, wow.
and of course, KBI, I see what you did. And of course, Mo B, Rubenism's fucked them animals. I mean, yeah, you know.
Bro, anytime you start saying anything about animals, I know a fuck them is coming. It don't matter what animal it is, it's coming.
I'm just saying, man. Let's try not to get emotional support abs that could kill us. That's all I'm saying.
You say I'm not trying to be a dick. Immediately you go hard, and then you come to the conclusion, fuck them animals.
I'm not fucking animals. Oh yeah, I'm fucking stupid. But with that being said, thank you for being here for another episode of 5 Minute Warning. You know how we do every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until we feel like we want to go home. Hey, like us, subscribe to us, tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell everybody you know about us, because let's be real, we funny as shit. And, you know, you get to hear things like, fuck them animals. You know, just make sure that we're telling everybody, like I said, www.5minutewarning.com. That's how we get down. The podcast comes out every week. Just make sure you're listening, because you never know when AG throws some extra shit up in there. And it's usually funny or usually embarrassing. A little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, did you throw some extra shit in the last week's episode?
I didn't need to. You're
Okay.
hilarious, man. That was, man. Actually, I want to go back like 3 weeks now. Because when you said Bonquisha, man, Lauren and I were talking about that yesterday. We were weak. Bonquisha. Oh my goodness.
I don't even remember the context in which I said that.
We were
so-
talking about Beulah. And
Oh, the names. Okay, yeah.
He said, yeah, you got an effed up name like Beulah. I mean, you ain't no better than Bonquisha. I was weak. I was all the way done.
Yeah. And if you missed the episode, definitely go back and listen to it because you
Please
miss cool
do.
shit like that.
Oh,
But-
man.
Once again, thank everybody. Thank AG, thank Moby for being with me today. Thank you to those on the board who talk to us and make this episode always the best it could be. But as always, we will see you next week, Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. until we get done. So, of course, as we always do, peace, love, hair grease, soul, and deuces.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW Podcast, at Newsman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Moby 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Newsman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of